Born on September 21, 1909, Nkrumah attended Lincoln University in the USA, where he graduated with magna cum laude. He will go on to study sacred theology at the University of Pennsylvania. His journey in the USA gave him the opportunity to meet other African intellectuals, including his friends, President Nnamdi Azikiwe of Nigeria, Marcus Garvey. He regularly visited Washington and Harlem to speak in churches, political rallies, and street corners. Nkrumah will rise quickly to power upon his return to Ghana in the early 1950s, using those public speaking skills. Kwame Nkrumah, the magnetic leader, the flamboyant orator, guided his country, Ghana, to the shores of independence in 1957. Ghana became the first sub-Saharan nation to break the chains of colonial rule, a beacon of hope for its African siblings. Nkrumah was not just a politician or a president. He was an embodiment of the spirit of Pan-Africanism, a staunch advocate for a united and self-sustaining Africa. His strategy, which he termed positive actions, was a radical approach that forced the British government to hand over power earlier than expected in 1957. This milestone was not achieved in the comfort of a presidential suite, but from the confines of a prison cell. Yes, Nkrumah was elected the first president of Ghana while still a prisoner. Fast forward to February 1966. While away on a mission to China, Nkrumah's reign was abruptly ended by a military coup. He sought refuge in Guinea, a guest of his ally, President Sékou Touré. In his French-styled house by the seashore, Nkrumah experienced the solitude of exile alone, having sent his wife and children to Egypt. Despite his fondness for women, Nkrumah was a man who shied away from intimacy, a chronic bachelor until his presidency. With the help of Egyptian President Gamal Nasser, he married 25-year-old Fathia and had 3 children. During his exile, visitors flocked to his Villa Sili residence, hopeful of his return to power. However, as the years wore on, the visitor numbers dwindled. Nkrumah, ever the intellectual, spent his time in exile penning several books and learning to drive in his 60s. By July 1970, Nkrumah's health began to deteriorate rapidly. Misdiagnosed for acute backache, the real culprit was cancer. He was flown to Romania for treatment in August 1971, but succumbed to his illness in April of the following year. His wish to have his body burnt and scattered across Africa was overlooked by the then ruling military junta in Ghana, and he was laid to rest in his home village. Kwame Nkrumah, a man of action and thought, once said, "We face neither east nor west, we face forward." His life, his work, and his legacy continue to inspire and shape the narrative of Africa's progress. His story is a testament to the power of vision, the strength of conviction, and the impact of positive action. It is a story that reminds us that even in the face of adversity, we can and should always face forward.